Alrighty. Alright, back here with part 7. I found it! The Joke Cyclone. And yet they were playing fucking word games when they're reading the description more carefully. Just like they did with the Your Love is a Idol magazine, but this one was a bit more obvious than the Joker Cyclone. Now, be happy. Jill bought what she wanted, and she's pleased with herself. She'll surely focus at work. Alrighty. So. Now that we got that out of the way, Alright, let's continue with let's continue to go to work. Saturday, December 17th. Wait. Yeah. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly. So that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. Dude, why does my ball sack have to feel like a ass? Please, ball sack! And fat thighs, stop! Oh, stop pressuring my ball sack so much! Ah! Dude, Droider, having a ball sack when you're fat as me, it sucks. I wish I just had a vagina instead. Oh! Having testicles is so annoying when you have fat thighs. It really is. It sucks. Only fat people will understand. Fat males will understand. Let's open another expired beer. Last beer we have. Could go and take some from my parents if I wanted. But, yeah. Cut them off. I knew that would be a solution. Well, that's surprising. The Tuborg actually tastes better than the Carl's. I didn't expect that. This looks like a darker beer. But, this is a Pilsner. Pilsners are pretty good, I guess. Ah, and besides, I can't afford to not come with a bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impeding closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Good point. Jill cares about the place. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What'd you say? Nothing important. Goes in back yet? Nope. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Him though. If you cut off your ball sack, then you will become a magical Chinese cartoon grill. It would definitely give me changes, since your ball sack is your main testicular no, what am I saying? It's your main testosterone testosterone supplier to your body. You said you get more feminine because you lose all testosterone if you lose your ballsack. But I wouldn't turn into no Chinese cartoon girl. Would be cool though. Man, I want to be a girl. A hot girl. It would be so awesome. If you say so. That girl's still here? Yep. She was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kinda my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady. Sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. She's back, the writer! Oh, her fans go crazy! Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see. All my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well. It's the best day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today. Or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Right, I think you should make a Twitch account named Flat Bartender. Or streaming Chan, if you want. Something. I prefer Flat Bartender, though. At least she's gone. Oh, wait, no, she's not. Wait, she's by. Oh, she's maybe going out the door. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming Chan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon. It burns. I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. Absinthe. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said that without label, there's not much value of it. It's not a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. What is absinthe? Are you gonna serve it today? It looks like absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass. Absinthe is not my kind of thing. Well then. I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing. It's a strong liquor. Okay. Thanks for that. Absinthe. Alright. Okay then. Okay. Here we go again. I want to keep nighttime maneuvers on there. Didn't think you were still there, watching. Yeah, there's another one that was good, right? The E at the end is silence. Absinthe. Oh, okay. Alright. It's good to know. Shit will make you see things. What, exactly how strong are we talking? Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. Time to mix drinks and change lives. No one here to restore it. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Okay. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx! Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see. I'll have a green fairy. We don't have that. Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me. Okay. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. I bet Droider loves that brain. Optional. Hell yeah, then we do a bunch. We'll do 10. All aged and mixed. Yes. Actually, I'm still not sure about that shit, so we'll do 9. All aged and mixed. Legend has it that the original recipe had a substance called wormwood in it that many claim caused hallucinations. I think it's really strong, so it gets you fucked up. Shit is usually around 70–80%. Fuck that. I have a vodka here that's 40%. That shit's hard enough to swallow. Here you go. Nice, yeah, this is the thing. So how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system Lilum do. Can I ask you something, Miss? Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Oh. Fuck, my laptop is running even slower than you. Ah, flat bartender. I like it. I like it. Not too easy. You are, a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Tastes like black licorice, anise. I'm a fan of black licorice, and I've tasted strong alcohol. You know, in Swedish we call them plunta. You know, in those, they often, I don't know, but I've tasted strong liquor flavored in black licorice. It's actually pretty good. Yep. I'm a Bonafide human brain in a jar. Yay, fly bartender. You should try some absinthe then. That 70 or 80%, that scares me. I don't think I'd like it that strong. Just because I like black licorice flavored booze doesn't mean I'd like it if it's that high percentage. I don't think any flavoring could sell such a flavor. No, I don't think any flavor could sell such a percentage for me. LOL. No. Not bad for that bartender. She's cool. How? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? Absolutely. You water it down. There's a whole preparation technique with sugar cubes and this water dropping apparatus. Are you reading this off of somewhere, or do you know this? Be honest now. You're not something a girl sees every day. And that's saying quite a bit in these parts. I know this. How old are you? Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. I was a bartender for a long time. Oh, that's really cool. My cousin is a bartender. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner working of nature's most complex computer. I noticed that his bubbles in his little thing there go faster when he talks for some reason. It's pretty interesting. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. How long were you a bartender? I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. I think I'm growing a liking to Pilsner. I mean, I've drank Pilsner in the past, but I don't remember a Pilsner even though this one is over a year expired, it tastes pretty good. Again, I don't think the expiration speaks a lot, though, for the taste, but, you know, it's a Tuborg Classic Pilsner. It's pretty good, actually. I like it. Maybe I'm growing a fan of Pilsners. Did it for about 12 years. Wow. Just recently got out of the industry and got into IT. So if you did it for 12 years, are you in your 30s or 40s? Or older, I don't know. But I'm assuming 30s or 40s. If you started bartending right away at 18, that is. You want one? Sure. 30s. Alright. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come around here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill. That's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with all the commotion around and all? I'm assuming this game interests you, Jono, considering you were into bartending for such a long time. The game has really good writing. And let me ask you, you that's been into bartending, I mean, here's the thing. Since I'm Swedish, it's harder for me with this, but all of these all of these substances Adelaide, Bronson Extract, Powder Delta, Flannery Guide, Karmatrine. Are these real? Are these real things that you use in drink mixing? I didn't stop you from coming here either, did I? Did it? Yeah. Yeah, right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you not? Sorry. Does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. Well, nah. I've never heard of any of those. At least not in the States. Then they probably don't exist. They must be future boos. Probably. The game does take place in 2069, after all. Like, Bronson Extract and Powder Delta sound a little interesting, but you'd think like Adelheid, Flannery Guide, or Karmatrine were maybe could have been real things. I don't know. Sounds chemical, you know? While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Yeah, they sound real chemically, yeah. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Okay, since you were a bartender, this is cool. We have a bartender here around. What are some of the more popular drinks? And let me ask you, in that case, what kind of bar were you at? Were you at a smaller place? Were you at some sort of were you bartender at a nightclub? Or, you know, disco? I don't know. Do you want to have a Jill? Even though I don't think there's much discos around these days. In that case, discos kind of just turned into nightclubs, didn't they? Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry. Just give me a beer. Alright then. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. Boo. My apologies. Full contract mixed. Here, a beer. Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer's always good. It's interesting though. Just yesterday, I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah. We were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that too. Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like, waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilim. Well, one of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? Popular drinks really vary from place to place depending on what kind of spot it is. I've worked at a bunch. I've worked at a bunch of different kinds of places. Dive bars and high-end craft cocktail bars. What is a dive bar? High-end craft cocktail bars, big restaurant bars, etc. Ever eat butt like cupcake? Pig Squatch, welcome back. How you doing? What does that even mean? About the only kind of place I've never worked were huge nightclub type places. Is that a good thing? I don't know. You'd think that those are the kind of places that would get the worst kind of people, right? I kind of like these sort of get-ups. Small time bars at a street corner. If I were to go out for a weekend, or for a weekend, like I could spend multiple days there. But if I'd go out for a Friday night or something at a place, I'd much rather spend it at a smaller place such as this. Just chilling. Hoping they have free Wi-Fi too. Just sitting there, chilling. Not necessarily needing free Wi-Fi, but you know, it'd be nice. Just sitting down, having some beers or something else, maybe some interesting drinks. At a smaller place like this. Sitting with my phone. Dive bars are shitty old grimy places. Kinda like what this place in the game would be. Right. Lol, yeah, the nightclub bar scene is nuts. Good if you're into cocaine and random sexual encounters. Because my cousin that I said was a bartender. He works as a bartender in a nightclub, so yeah. Good if you're hot, I suppose. Yeah. Can pick up some chick maybe. Go out with her after work, have some good time. Have you gotten to streaming Chan yet? Hey, Anon, welcome back. How you doing? I have, yes. That too, pig. Streaming Chan's my favorite. Droida likes her too. He probably does a lot of cocaine and bangs a lot of random people. I don't think so. I would say the bar scene in Sweden isn't quite as hectic as in the US. Especially on nightclubs. It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was attached to my body. Because we are on day 5 now, Anon. Have you played any more, Anon? Gotten into to day 5 any? Good point. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilim can get drunk with no problem. No, didn't play. Alright. So I should be just ahead of you then. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. What is the meaning of this? Why is the chat moving? What? Played a bit of Metal Gear Solid. 5? Question mark? Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavior cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill! I wonder who this is, huh? Yep, 5. Old Ray Rabbit's chat wouldn't move. Old Radio Rabbit's chat would move very much, the Reuter. Oh, Alma. Oh, Alma. I found her quite little interesting. One of the least interesting characters so far. Oh, just Alma. Where's the courtesy would one expect from a plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Are you liking it, Metal Gear Solid 5 then, Anon? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. I just love the idea of a brain flirting with people. It looks comical. Whoa! You hurt my feelings for that, darling. I already want to throw something at Alma. Sorry. You don't see talking disembodied brains everywhere. I mean, I did work a summer in Little Maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. By the way, this talking brain reminds me of, is it from a movie series? Is it from a movie or a video, or a TV series? I don't remember. Not really feeling it. That's unfortunate. Because I was thinking about getting it. Well, very little. I've been thinking very little about getting it. Very little. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know. Just want to strive for that. I know just what to strive for then. Oh. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I have a Cobalt Velvet. Oh, you don't get those often. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay then. Let's make a Cobalt Velvet straight from Taylor to Alma. Also, no, nah. I mean, like, I was about to ask you, Jono, is any of the drinks in this game like from real drinks? I mean, like, if you go to beer, obviously. Oh yeah, beer. Bleeding Jane, probably, you know, inspired by Bloody Mary, maybe. I don't know. But is any of these really like Bad Touch, Bloomlight, Blue Fairy, Brandtini? Obviously Martini inspired, right? But Fluffy Dream, Fringe Weaver, Frothy Water, Mars Blast, Mercury Blast, Moon Blast, Sparkle Star, Sugar Rush, Sunshine Cloud, Suplex, Cobalt Velvet, Crevice Spike, Grizzly Temple, Gut Punch, Piano Man, Piano Woman, Pile Driver, and Zen Star. Go Velvet. All on the rocks and mixed. Good drink. Hope you enjoy it. Nothing I've seen so far is real. Yeah. It was funny when he asked for the Blue Fairy right after Absinthe was brought up. Absinthe, or yeah, now I said Absinthe again. Absinthe. That's right. Absinthe has been referred to as Green Fairy in the past. Yeah, and that's why he went in and said Green Fairy, right? Because he came in and ordered Green Fairy in the first. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's something I guess They didn't explain anything like that, so that's something only a more alcoholic, knowledgeable person, like a bartender, would know, I guess. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up. You love me and you know it. Hey, bartender. Hey, yes, I'm talking to you, Jono. Me talking about Pilsner. Is there anything interesting you can tell me about Pilsner? I'm testing your little bartender, or I guess not bartender skills. I'm testing your alcohol knowledge skills. Is there anything interesting you could tell me about the Pilsner? Anything would do. So, you just started coming here, and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. Archimedes. Dunno. Adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual. Here. There. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and... I don't know. I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kinda sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late, and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That tailor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. Not really all the interesting. Pilsner is a type of lager, lighter, more effervescent style of beer than ale. What does that mean? More effervescent style of beer than ale. What does that mean? I guess interesting would be that it is probably the most sold type of beer, since the big American crap beers are of the Pilsner style. Surprisingly enough, I like them. I like the Pilsner. Bubbly. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. That I can definitely go. I feel it's definitely more bubbly than I was tasted. But this is not American beer. This is Tuborg. You may correct me now if you want to. Well, it says I thought it was Dutch, but actually it says here for Carlsberg, Denmark, produced in Europe. But yeah, maybe Tuborg is Danish. I don't know. I like this one anyway. And some Pilsners are very good and shouldn't be judged by the big 3 American crap beers. Big 3 American crap beers being Bud Light, right? Bud Light and oh, what's it called? That red and white one. The red and white one. That's a brand I've never heard of. Must not be imported from this. Oh no, it's not. It's definitely not imported. Here. Tuborg. Bud. Yeah, so Bud Light. Miller Lite and Coors Light. Never heard of those other two. But no, I wasn't thinking of Miller's Light or Bud. Yeah, Budweiser. That's the one. Or Bud Heavy, as I call it. Yeah. Tasted Budweiser. Not a big fan. Oh, so when you say... So when I asked lighter, more effervescent style of beer than ale, that's what... And then you wrote bubbly, so that's what you meant by effervescent, right? It's not great. Yeah. I'll show you. There is some interesting ones I've drank here. I'll show you. You know what? I want to show the bartender. Here. Beers I've been drinking a bit here. I want to show you, because this is quite interesting, actually. I have some things to say about them, too. Okay. So look at this, right? I've been drinking, or well, yeah, first would be bubbly. Okay, okay. So I got these beers, right? Called Stallhagen. They're from Åland. So I drank one of these. This one's my favorite of them. Stallhagen Honungsöl. That's... I hope you can see well on the... I'll show you. You know, I could just increase the... You know, I'll fucking do it. Just because I want to show. Oh, show and tell. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh, by the way, I have to cut off my internet for a sec. Alright, alright. Check this out, right? Stallhagen Honungsöl. Honey beer. Honey beer. Like this one. This is my favorite. These ones are made as... Like, I live in Sweden, right? Droider here, he lives in Finland. There are a couple of islands between Sweden and Finland called Åland. And these Stallhagen comes from Åland, and they're only being sold there. My grandmother has a house there. She has a house in Sweden too, but she has a house there too. And she bought these for me. So straight from Åland, and I have another one of those. I like this honey. Yeah. Then I drank one of these. Stallhagen Hefeweizen, and these were good too. Most of these were 4.7, if that matters. But the Hefeweizen, kind of meh, but it's still kind of alright. But nothing I would buy myself. But it was the honey beer I would buy. Hefeweizen. You know, I really like the German brand. What are they called? The German brand, no wait, there is a German brand that makes Weissbier, as they call it, and those are really good. What company were they made by again? Erdinger, have you heard of Erdinger? They are really good. That's my favorite beer brand. Erdinger's Weissbier. And then they have another one. German beer. The Germans make good beer. Here up in North, we like to go for more stronger ones like vodka and whiskey and shit. I prefer beer. I've seen the Stallhagen, however it's spelled, before. Never had a chance to try it though. Oh, you should if you get a chance. They're really good actually. Well, not all of them as I'm about to get to, but those two are good. That's a new one. Then we have this. Stallhagen US Red Ale. So this one is on 6%. Again, I wouldn't buy this one myself, but it was drinkable, okay? All these I've shown so far, they were drinkable, but only really the honey beer was the one I liked, that I would actually go out of my way to buy myself. Now we get to the two ones which are not good, unfortunately. The first one, another 4.7%er, just like the honey beer and the Hefeweizen. Stallhagen, I think they're doing it, spelling it like French here. Ceremony, so ceremony. Jubilee, Jubilee beer. well, this one was so... I opened it, took a few sips, couldn't drink it, I couldn't finish it. All those other things, I could finish them. This one, couldn't finish it. It was so disgusting. This one, it tasted like old vegetables. I'm not kidding you. It tasted like old vegetables turned into an alcoholic beverage. Lol, kind of funny to me to see a European beer maker making an American-style beer. Usually goes the other way. Yeah. Best of both worlds, I guess. And now we have the last one. I actually have another one of them, but I'm not gonna drink that one because, again, this one is disgusting. I thought I only could take a few sips from this one too, until I was like, no, I can't drink this one. This one is also, this one is the highest percentage of the ones, 7% this one's on. And this is called Baltic Porter. And then it says, Pig and Rooster. You can see that it's a pig and rooster on it, maybe if you look a little carefully. Baltic Porter. This one was so fucking salty. Tasting extremely salty. No, I couldn't do it. No. Old vegetables. Ew. Yeah. That's the best way I could describe it. But yeah, this Baltic Porter, it was just so extremely salty. And I don't know if you could judge by the names of anything like this. But, yeah. So these were kind of how these were. Some better than others. Honey beer being the only really good one that I would actually go out of my way to buy. Ugh. Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I... Oh. Hey. Cool label on that porter. Yeah, it was a really cool label. Label. Yeah. Let's decrease the size of this cam again now. To something around like that. Should be pretty good. And let's get back into the game, shall we? I drank this one, Carlsberg. Carl Special. Not too good. But again, I am liking this Tuborg Pilsner. Liking that one. Beer is my favorite type of alcoholic beverage. Unpopular opinion, I know. I also have these, oh my god, like, I'd show you. This one I haven't even opened yet. This is a white wine. I haven't even opened it, so I can't say from the taste, but I am not a wine liker. I don't like wine. So I don't think I like it, even if I open it. I'll open it somewhere when my parents are home. They're not home at the moment. So I can give it to them if I want to. I know, this looks so unnecessary now, but... Here we have what I barely drank from. You know, just a Captain Morgan whiskey at 35%. Yeah. You know what, I actually thought I would like Captain Morgan, mixing it with cola. But you know what? It just makes it taste like a bad cola flavor. That's all it does. So, not a fan. And then we have Absolute Vodka, cherry flavor. And well, it's a 40% vodka. What the fuck do you want me to say? It doesn't taste good. You use it to get drunk, that's it. And that's all the alcohol I own. At the moment. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. Now I look like a fucking show-off that wants to show how grown-up I am by showing off my alcohol. Yip-de-doo. Now I look like one of those kids that has a Facebook picture of them drinking alcohol to show what an adult they are. But trust me, that's not my intention. I wanted to share this with you because you're the bartender here. I was thinking we could spark up some conversation about it. Anyway, so it goes though. Can't imagine a salty beer. Yeah, it tastes extremely salty. That wine kind of looked like a sparkling wine from the shape of the bottle. Well, it says Frexenet, I think it's Spanish on this one. Semideco, Premium Cava, Metodo Tradicional, Carta Nevada. It's a lot better with ginger instead of cola. Oh, shit, what is... That kind of look like sparkling wine. What is sparkling wine? Makes that Captain Morgan with some ginger beer. Or ginger ale. I don't think I've ever had ginger beer or ginger ale. Maybe that's something to keep in mind. It's a lot better with ginger instead of cola. Really. Try it with the ginger beer, if you can come across some. Not sure what the mixer supply looks like in your part of the world. Mixer supply? We do have alcoholic mixing things, like mixing liquid flavor thingies. I don't know what the fuck to call them. Cava. Yeah, that's Spanish sparkling wine. What is sparkling wine? Like champagne, but not from France. But it... How can it be champagne if it's wine? I don't get it. I have tasted several different wines. Taken a sip here or there. From some glasses that people have had. Never ever liked the wine. Neither red or white. Mixers will be like the stuff you add to drinks, sodas, juices, etc. Yeah. We have those. You know, in different ones. There's like mojito mixes and shit, and strawberry ones and whatnot. Problem here though is that I'm 19 years old, and in Sweden, even though you can drink all alcohol you want at 18, you have to be 20 years old before you can go to what we call Systembolaget, which is our state-driven stores that sell all alcohol on a percentage above 3.5%, and they sell it in their stores, and to buy alcohol from their stores you have to be 20 years old. And they have the big supply, you know? They have the large selection of alcohols and different shits. Not regular stores. You only see the same old shit. And they usually only sell like boring beers and shit. Champagne is wine, but it's a specific type of bubbly wine from a certain region of France. So is this champagne? Product of Spain. 11.5%. I remember reading something somewhere. I mean, hell, if this is champagne and not wine, I might just open it up and try it. 20 centiliters. Not a lot, but... Ginger beer is a non-alcoholic beverage. Even though it has beer in it, it's more of a soda drink like root beer or Coca-Cola. I've tasted root beer once. I wasn't a fan. It is sparkling white wine, which is what champagne is, but it doesn't come from that specific region of France, so it can be legally called champagne. I still don't get it, dude. Listen, I have drank champagne, and I have liked champagne. But I have never liked wine. So what does that say about this? I mean, yeah, the bottle looks like it's champagne, doesn't it? That's why I was so surprised that it was wine. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Cross-dressing brother? It will taste a lot like champagne. Well, if I don't like it, I suppose I could close it. Cause, like, it has one of those, like, peel-off, sort of like, you know, metallic, thingies here. But I think it's a plastic cork underneath this, so I suppose I could reseal it if I, didn't like it. It needs to be chilled, though. Huh. I mean, if I want to chill, I could just put it on the balcony. It's freezing outside. Freezing degrees. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. Ebst. Oh no, okay. Alright. And yours, okay. You're the eldest, or you mean oldest, right? And once you open it, it won't really be resellable. The bubbles will be gone in a couple of days, even with the cap screwed on it. Yeah. That's why I was keeping off opening it. Kind of thinking until maybe my parents are home, because they'd like it. Probably. If it was more like wine, you know, because they like wine. Even though they prefer red over white wine, but they can drink wine. White. No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A? Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the oldest one. Then there's Diana, just before me. Then comes Eva. And at the bottom lies Bell. Sorry. The newest one is Bernardo. I have a feeling, you know, that it's sex change involved here. You've been alone. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No. But Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. Where did everyone else go in the chat? She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Also, yeah, you said that. Sorry. Oh. Also, once it's open and exposed to air, you only have a few days to drink it before it starts to turn bad and taste bad. Oh. I died. Yeah. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. So what's up with what you're doing then? No, wait. What I was gonna ask was, what's your favorite alcohols? You know. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. Should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blamed the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced me to. Just to me. Ooh, seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The move was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us. Instead of kissing me, he proposed. It depends on my mood and budget. Usually I just drink beer, but if I'm feeling fancy, I love a nice smoky peaty scotch. Scotch. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the whole big, strong alcohols. I mean, I can drink them, of course. If I really want to build up a buzz, I'll do it, but I don't like to drink drinks that becomes hard to swallow because you're like, you know, and I don't really get enjoyment in it. Almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. It's an acquired taste. Yeah. I suppose it is. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know. Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to eat you in their bed. Let's have a sip for that line, shall we? Lol, rejected on the kiss cam, that's awesome. Yeah. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. I still don't like still don't like this chick though. Nah, she's one of the least interesting characters, I'd say. If she was at any bar I worked at, I'd probably avoid talking to her. As a bartender, aren't you kind of like, I mean, like, not forced to talk to them, but isn't it like strongly pushed by your employers that you should talk to the customers? Even if you don't like them. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. Do you know how to serve it? I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar. But the station does all that for me. Do you want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Let's give almost some absinthe. Go to the bottled drinks tab and drag it to the shaker before mixing. Ah, so we got another one now. Puke Green Fairy. I don't... Jono, can you explain this shit? A fedora with perfume and a plum. What? What even is that? Look. Look, like... plum fume? What? What is this? I never understood this one. Yeah, but it's easy to find other shit to do to make yourself look busy. And in today's age, most people are occupied with their phones, so you don't have to worry about entertaining them. Yeah, I suppose. On about the fedora thing. Absinthe. Okay, let's serve extremely strong shit. Everything here is priced at $500 then. Yeah, we ain't gonna mix in it. You can't mix in anything with them. You can't. Oh, you can age it and put ice. What happens if you age and put ice? Still same, huh? So what happens if you do that and you just mix and that's the same? Assuming the same result if you just use... Ah, shit. I accidentally served her absinthe on the rocks. Maybe that's good though. I don't know. That was an accident. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is. Holy shit. Are you okay? I'll be fine. I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. I didn't. Lol. I know. I'm a computer engineer dropout. Maybe absinthe on the rocks is good, I don't know. You know, don't they say that the colder it is, the easier it is to swallow, right? Drop out. I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Wow. I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was... Violinist is how you say it, right? So she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Did you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. I just kinda said, that's it, one day, and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? By the way, this might be a stupid question, but do you need a bartender license to become a bartender in the US? Here in Sweden, you're only allowed to become a bartender if you have gone to bartender school and gotten a bartender license. I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Mom erglas. Oh my god. Mon erglasseur is plein d'anglais. Angus. Fucking. Like, listen. I studied France for an entire year in school. But I'm still so shit at it. I learned so little French from that entire year. Mon Erglisseux is... Okay, hold on. I'll actually like give it a good shot. I gotta read it first. Okay, I think it's read like this. Mon Erglisseux is plein de... I don't know if you pronounce the D there. Mon Erglisseux is plein d'anglais. Or something like that. I think that's how you pronounce it. I did French for 2 years, but I don't know a single word. I know, like, lit means bed, and then we have ça va, how are you doing? And then you can respond, ça va bien. It's like, I'm doing good. And obviously, like, the simple shit that, au revoir, and I mean, everyone knows the au revoir, and then there's, like, voulez-vous coucher avec moi, right? But everyone knows that one too because it was in a song. But yeah, I know French has the funniest pronunciation of the word Paul. Of the name Paul. In French, get this right. In French, the name Paul is pronounced Belle. Belle. I like that. Belle. Belle. Oi, belle. Ooh. What does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French! No! You fucking game! You tricked me! No! No! You made me look like a fool! You made me look like a fucking dumbass! What the fuck? How am I supposed to explain this to my stream? No! I mean, to be fair though, it sounded very French, okay? Fucking hell. Well, you don't exactly need a license. Well, you don't exactly need a license. Most places, at least, where I am in Texas. What do you mean you don't exactly need a license? Most places, at least where I am in Texas, won't hire you unless you have a certification from this state agency that regulates that regulates alcohol. The certification is like $60 every 2 years, and it's more about the laws surrounding serving people than knowledge of the actual products you're serving. In Sweden, they're pretty hard on it. You have to go on like a school and clear tests to actually get a certification or a bartender license, as we call them, to actually be allowed to serve drinks. You don't legally have to have it, but most places won't let you work there without it. One, I see. I remember when I was young, I asked an American guy who had worked in the military, or actually at that time he was working in the military. He isn't anymore, but he was in the military, and he had been, I believe he had been in Afghanistan, fighting there against terrorists. He was a ground troop, and we were talking a little bit, and he said that he had actually been to a Swedish military base in Afghanistan, and they, had spent a day there training with the Swedish soldiers and eating some food and whatnot. And he said they were really nice people, so that was a cool discussion. I asked him, like, because I was kind of young, so I was like, I was asking him like, do you have a gun license or something like that? And this guy was really pro guns and stuff in the US, right? So he was like, gun license. Yeah. No, it was pretty funny. You know, gun license in the US, right? I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Sounds like me, even though I didn't do it in college, it was high school. I did it for a year. First year in high school. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. Lol, gun license? You mean your US birth certificate? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you'll be hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. Yeah, so he found that funny, and obviously it was kind of funny. Obviously, to Americans especially. I thought they had that there, but yeah. No, of course not. I mean, here you have that though. But it's more like you either have a hunting license with a gun license for hunting weapons, and it's that, which we have a lot of here in the Northern Europe. Both Sweden and Finland is actually in the top 10 countries on the planet of legal gun ownership. The US is first, of course. Second, I believe, is Yemen. Which, I guess, fucking hell. I think there's probably a lot more illegal than legal, though. Sweden is number 10 in the world. And Finland is number 7, actually. We hunt a lot in our countries. Otherwise, you know, it's if you have obviously competition shooting, they can have a license for that with a gun, with guns. Ah. Well, do you actually have to have a license to carry concealed guns on your person? You're not allowed to do any like that. You are not allowed to have guns in public at all. Not on you or anything like that. And if you're gonna transport your gun, if it's a hunting rifle or something that can't really be disassembled, something like that, if it's a hunting rifle, it needs to be unloaded and it needs to lay in the back of your car if you're transferring it. No taking it out in the public or anything like that. And you have to carry it in a gun case. Or a gun pouch or something. And if it's like competition shooting and it's like pistols, they have to have it unloaded and often, depending on the gun, I think, disassembled, so it can't be just loaded and shooted right away. Again, in the trunk of your car, if you're gonna transport it. Unloaded, yeah, obviously again. Ooh. So it's quite strict. And plus, it's expensive to own guns. You have to pay yearly. Each gun you have to pay, each gun you own, you have to pay for. That you own. So it's just the gun. You have to pay one fee, I believe, for the ownership of the gun, and one for the license. Well, you do actually have to have a license to carry concealed guns on your person. Yeah, that I know. Oh, yeah, you were talking in the US. Sorry. Yes, that I knew, actually. That concealed carry license is a thing. But nah. You can go to Walmart and buy a gun. You just might catch a hard time carrying a big hunting gun around in public. Yeah, we all know from pictures in, like, California, where you see people just casually having a holster with a revolver or something and just walking around. In Texas, with a proper license, you can carry your handgun out in public, out in the open. It's kind of crazy. Like, in your hand? Not even in a holster? But you'll be hard-pressed to make me. I mean, like, well, you're kind of lucky, you know? All of my mom's side of the family lives here. Ugh, the chances of meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. Talking about heritage and, well, people you know. These people are talking about it. Where are your family heritage from? I'm assuming since you're white, if you are, well, if you're white, you obviously have European heritage, but do you know anything specific? I mean, like, obviously, since I'm from Sweden, I have Swedish heritage, but I also, from my mom's side, I have heritage from Finland. And from my dad's side, it's said that I have some heritage from Belgium and the Netherlands. Well, yeah, in a holster, but I suppose you could just walk around with it in your hand if you wanted, and weren't pointing it at people. Damn. But it must be a scary situation for police if you get into trouble with them, and have a gun on you, even if it's just holstered. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist, and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't, ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. So, let me ask you, generally, I know I just asked you about the heritage question, and you're probably typing a thing about it. Please do. I don't really know much about my lineage on my dad's side. Mom's side has a bit of German and Irish way back, but every family member I've ever known has been born and raised in the US. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so your mom's side, German and Irish. Alright. That's cool. Shit, what was I gonna ask? Fuck. Oh yeah. They're talking a little bit about education here, right? What kind of education do you have? Do you have one of those certificates, for example, on bartender stuff? Have you gone to any sort of school or education about those things? People, yeah. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security. I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. Personally, me education-wise, I finished school back in June. You know, I'm not old, I'm 19 years old. The school system works a little bit different here, but I have finished college, our version of college, and I finished it back in June. Where I did industrial welding and various metalworks. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job. Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. And if it matters, it was for 3 years I did that. And that's education. I have a bachelor's, 4-year university. So wait, you went to college and university? A bachelor's degree. That is that college degree? That shit always confuses me. 4-year university. Oh no, so bachelor is 4 years university degree in hospitality management. What the hell is that? That sounds like something you do in the hotel branch or something. I don't believe my certification is current, but I had the certification for the past 12 years while I was working in the industry. Yeah. I could go back and get the certification again if I decided to go back to bartending. Alright. Well, that sounds nice. So what does hospitality management mean, really? What did that you know, what did that include? Yeah, high school, then university. And yeah, wait, university after high school? Isn't university after college? Hospitality, hotel, and restaurant industry. Right. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. Well, when it comes to my alcoholic beverages that I have, my parents have some. I mean, I'm technically not allowed to go take it, but, I mean, I don't feel like I need to go. I have that Baltic Porter, another one. I'm not going to open that one because that was disgusting. Then we have this, champagne, I guess. That's it. You know what I'm gonna do? I feel like having something sweet, so I'll pull out some cola. I've had 4 beers in a row now. Yeah. I prefer sweet. I really like sweet. It's always my favorite. I have a big sweet tooth. But obviously I can appreciate some alcohol once in a while. Okay. A puzzle I helped make harder at that. Huh. I didn't think about it that way. Yep. Grade school until grade 12, then 4 years for a university or bachelor's degree. Then after that, you can get a master's degree or a doctorate degree, PhD. So bachelor's degree is the same as a college degree. And the university degree is the same also as a college degree, or what? There's an associate's degree between grade school and a bachelor's degree. That is generally 2 years. Why the hell does the US have to have so many names on the thing? In Sweden, when you graduate college, you get a... well, actually, we do have more degrees. You know... We have a... slutbetyg, like ending grade. it's weird to translate it, but and then we have like something I could have gotten, which I didn't get. But it wasn't actually that important, surprisingly enough. And that is to get, like, a, I don't know if it's the alcohol that's playing a little bit in my brain. I feel a little fuzzy. I've had 4 beers. I just feel a little, like, I don't feel like I'm thinking straight. I'm forgetting a lot of things. I'm forgetting words I'm trying to say. It's like industrial... Like industrial ending grade? I don't know, man. It's hard to translate that. It doesn't sound good when you translate it either. Yes, bachelor is generally what people are talking about when they say college or university degree. And technically, a university is just a really large school that contains multiple colleges that specialize in different fields of study. College of Music, College of Business, College of Maths. I see. So a university is the school where colleges are, and a college is a, as you say there, a certain field within something. So I have gone to university, well, the Swedish version of a university at least. We began earlier than the people in the US. And then I did that, and I went to university, but a industrial and various metalworks college, and educated myself within that. I didn't think about it that way. Generally speaking, yes. Right. You probably never heard of it, but we call it a gymnasium. Here. We don't call it college, we call it gymnasium. Or how we pronounce it, gymnasium. But then, and here is when it gets a little confusing. After our college, we call it university. It's universitet. That's what you can go to after gymnasium. So people actually think that what after gymnasium here, that's when you start going to college, many think. But the reason I don't call it that is because you get the same type of education at gymnasium as you get at a US college, and then at universities, which would be after gymnasiums here, is when you get the education you get after a college in the US. It's fucking confusing. Interesting, what we call a gymnasium here is the place you go to play basketball or exercise. Yeah, I know. That's why when I talk to Americans, I never say gymnasium, because I know that they're gonna mistake it with that. So I just say I go to college. Or went to college, rather. Even though it's technically called gymnasium. But just because we call it gymnasium, and you call that gymnasium, I don't think the words have any connection at all. It's just a coincidence. I think that it's the same name. It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be. No. No, real-time frantic typing. Nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing. Something without alcohol, simple enough. Actually, that isn't simple enough, because we have sobering drinks, but, yeah, I guess that's as far as, non-alcoholic we can go. Unfortunately, you have to kind of click through them. Sour Classy Vintage. That one's one. Bleeding Jane. Sobering. Crevice Spike. Sobering. There are 2 sobering drinks. It's a Crevice Spike and Bleeding Jane. It will knock drunkenness out of you or knock you out cold. Crevice Spike or a Bleeding Jane. Which one's more expensive? Bleeding Jane's 200 and Crevice Spike is 140. Let's earn some money and give her the most expensive drink then. Wait, that was wrong. That's right. Yeah, Bleeding Jane. Why did you say Bleeding Jane? Say the name of this drink 3 times in front of a mirror and you'll look like a fool. All blended. Here. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. What's that supposed to mean? Oh my please. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. The other ones, the description said manly. I suppose. I don't think that would have mattered that much in this one, because it despite them being manly, more of the male customers prefer the manly drinks, but there are female customers that do get manly drinks. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that... Well, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. Don't know. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I have moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. Have you played this game, Jono? I don't know if I've asked that already. You shouldn't... Droider, by the way, are you still sleeping over there? Or are you dead? You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to come to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. I'm pretty dead still. I like these transitioning screens. They're really nice. They give you an opportunity to save here, you know? Really nice. While we're doing this, I should start up the next part. Because this part's soon been going on for 2 hours too. Part 7, and then we'll go with part 8.